Alright. So, that thumbs up. So, Sunday. I hope you're doing well. I will kindly ask you to please keep the silence. Thank you so much. We are starting with the quorum check because today is the voting day. We're going to explain to you later on how the voting is going to work. But for now, let's check that you for sure remember how to use your voting device. So, can I ask scrutinizers to come from? Can you do faster? Thank you. So, the question of the day is, how old is the city in total? So, our ages together. You have three options, 78, 65, or 83. If it's 78, please raise your voting device now. And please just keep them as don't raise them. Okay, you can lower your voting device. 65.
You will look that old. Thank you.
Okay, and 83.
We're missing one vote.
Okay, again, because we're missing one vote. 78. Okay, 65 and 83. Does everyone have their vote tally? Because I give out all the voting devices. Okay, then let's do the roll call. Does everyone need to do it? Isen Bifardena. Isen Bogu. Isen Dot Network. Isen Integre. Innsbruck. Klagenfurt. Kufstein. Linz, Salzburg, St. Pölten, Technikum Wien, TU Graz, Uni Graz, and Uni Wien. Guys, it's Sunday. Well, okay, then let's try to pay. But you need to choose one option, and you need to raise your voting device eventually on one of the options. There's no abstain. Okay? You cannot abstain. So let's try it again. Please hold them very, very high. How old is the city in total? Option number 1, 78. Who was that? Thank you. You can lower them. 65 and 83. Good. Thank you so much. The right answer is 78. We're not that old. Not yet. Alright. I hope we're ready for the voting later. Then let's start with the first topic of today, which is section report outcomes presented by GT. There's going to be Q&A afterwards, so in case, you can also check the Slido. And please remember to stay silent while the presenter is in front, including me.
Good morning. Opening and welcoming presentation, section report outcomes. Since we acted in Lena, as section care coordinator. She has helped me prepare the summary of the section reports from the last 6 NAs. So we took all of the numbers that you reported there regarding your volunteers, the incomings that you have, yes, the cards you have sold, and all of that stuff. And then we have summarized them to give you an overview of how Austria has been doing since the last 1.5 years, basically. So I just wanted to bring you some numbers and see where we're standing on something. Okay, cool. What has happened so far? Members. This is basically how it is in Austria. The volunteers are spread out in Austria. We have in total 253 volunteers according to the section report of this National Assembly. As you can see, 1/4 is basically only me. And then you have around 30%, not 15%, only Graz, and then you see the numbers going smaller, with the smallest section being, if I'm not mistaken, that's Push. Yes, exactly. You will also get these presentations so that you have the numbers and all that stuff. And then moving on, this is the volunteer development over time. These are the numbers that you reported over the past 1.5 year, how many members you had in your sections. So these are the 2 per 7 sections, the bigger ones. You can see for the bigger ones, it's going a little bit up, but you can analyze it yourself. I'm not going to do that presentation or anything, it's just numbers for you to see how it's going. Then you also have the other half of the sections. You have, you can see how that looks like. So you have numbers on how the sections are doing. Yes, we take pictures, I will leave it there. So you have pictures. Then moving on, we also this time included the question about if you have an onboarding topic or task or a process in your section for newbies to active members, and which membership types you have, let's say, defined in your section. I hope everybody got the question right. We have, for now, 6 sections who actually have an onboarding process defined, as in like documents or presentations and events, for example, where they meet their newbies and then explain to them and then bring them up so that they are included as active member at some point. Some of the sections also included as like organizing events, and team meetings and stuff like that. I also reached out to all of the sections who gave me explanations on how their process works. So I also provided it to Juji, our national training coordinator, and there will be a best practice later on. So the numbers and details you have here, we have given over to Juji, so you can discuss it in the workshop and share it with everybody. Yeah, and then you also see that most sections have membership type defined, newbie defined, but only half of the sections have a alumni membership status defined in their section. And then there's the institutional support. We have also put the numbers together here on how many sections have collaboration or support or written agreements with their international offices. As you can see, 11 sections get the support from their international offices. 3 sections unfortunately don't have support from their international office, as they have given. Also, don't take these numbers for 100%. There is a margin of error in these equals. So the questions are not completely understood for some of the answers, or that the numbers are estimates and something like that. So this is just to give you a hunch in the direction, not hands-on numbers. Yeah, and then half the sections have written the agreement with their international offices. And then you can also see what are the main support that most sections will get. Half the sections mainly, like the biggest support that all of our sections get from the international office are, as you can see, the financial support, and then some of them provide support with the promotion of events and also office spaces. Then we also have the support from the student council, the ÖH of the universities. You can see that's also basically around the same numbers, but with the different sections there, getting support and not getting support or having written agreements. We still have half of the sections having a written agreement with their ÖH as an incorporation, and still 11 sections having support from them in general. And their support they get from the ÖH are, or the support that's mostly given by the ÖH are different to the international office, as you can see. For example, storage rate is one of them that comes up multiple times, and event promotion is also quite strong. While volunteer recognition is also something we can see why that is the case, because we have give ECPS points through the ÖH or recognition of your volunteering itself. Yeah, And then we have also written down universities, like the universities that you have given, on which sections are collaborating with or taking care of the incomings there. With the biggest section, he is in Salzburg, taking care of 5 universities, actually is there. And yeah, but most of the sections are focused on one university, as you can see. Yeah, then the next one is the exchange students, how that has developed over time. You can see, like, you can also see a little bit this summer semester, winter semester swing there, let's say. Yeah, like you have the biggest sections, they have around, like they move between 800 to 450 in that range, as you can see over time. And yeah, the smaller sections, and then the smallest sections, or like the section with the least amount of incomings, is somewhere around 50 to 100, or like 50 to 100, as you can see. Like this you can check out later if you want to use it for your section. And yeah, for this semester, this is also how the exchange students are spread out during within our sections. As in Salzburg having the most incomings as they have reported, and Innsbruck more or less the same amount, and then the rest spread out the other sections. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for tuning in on what has happened so far. And also thank you to Lena for preparing our numbers.
Thank you so much, Justin. I understand it's a very exciting topic. So now if you have questions, you can ask them in Slido. Do we expect any questions to be asked? Doesn't seem like it. Wonderful. Then thank you so much, Justin.
Yes.
You have a question? Can you open the Slido? There is a question. Just open the Slido.
Is there a common definition of active member? Like I know in Germany, every section defines an active member differently.
I don't think I can give you a complete answer to that, how it's within all of the sections. I think it differs between section to section on how it's actually defined.
Are there any other questions expected? Then I propose to close the speakers list. That's okay, Peter.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Then we will move on, and the next on the agenda is an educate presentation, which is right at the end, actually.
Is this working or not? The other Can we open it?
No.
It's okay, we can move on.
All right. Hello again. We were represented with PSN Educate team. Just to ask, who was at TAP Budapest? So you probably saw this presentation, but that's okay. So there's something you can do as well. So who are we, what are we doing, and how you can benefit from us? So PSN Educate is a program from PSN International, and we're the support structure. We're under the IB responsible Anya, who is the Vice President for Development, and we're 4 people in the team. We have our program coordinator, Andrea, Community Manager, Vitul, Arno is our project officer, and I'm the communication officer of ESN Educate.
So we will shortly talk about what we are doing in the team. So ESN Educate team is one of the support structures of ESN International, and we are responsible for leading the program Educate team. And Andre is the program coordinator. So basically, it's like he's doing a role as it's like a bridge between headquarters, ESN International, and sections and nodes. And he's leading the ESN Educate strategy, and he's also coordinating the whole team. He's responsible from also the coordination of the team itself. So this is Arno, and he is also managing and overseeing the ESN Educate feedback pool. We will talk more about the ESN Educate services, so you will have more ideas about it. So basically, he's responsible from all the ESN Educate projects. And he's also collaborating with other support structures, because you know that in ESN International there are other support structures, and it's also important to work close with them. And he's also in charge of organizing ESN Educate FCC. I don't know how many of you have heard about FCC, which is Facilitation Crash Course. I don't know if someone heard, no? Okay, it's fine. We will talk about it more. So this is me. And I'm the community manager. I'm responsible for coordinating the members inside of ESN Educate, because we have currently 7 to 8 members, the international pool of trainers, and it's also important to manage and coordinate the whole community. So I'm responsible from also for the development of their training skills. For this we have quite initiatives inside the community, but I will share more details in the upcoming slides. Unfortunately, we are missing an event manager right now, who is normally responsible from coordinating the ESN Educate events, for example, Educate Starter, Forward, and they are the main point of contact for the content team. And
that's me.
And that's me. I'm mainly operating within the Educate community as well, because I'm preparing all the graphics for the events that we have, for example, for a starter, for facilitation crash course, and etc. I'm managing the training opportunities to the ESN Educate community, and also I'm responsible for the Educate newsletter, which we also send within our community. So, what is Educate at all? Basically, we're the program for trainers and facilitators. We are working with non-formal education, and we're trying to make it more accessible and also give you an opportunity to learn how to facilitate workshops, how to do presentations, how to organize a training event, how to build a national pool of trainers, and also in case, for example, if you go to EGM or any other event and you want your TSO, which is training session outline, basically the file where you put what you're going to do and what you're going to talk about during your workshop. We have a ESN Educate feedback pool, which can Q&A in a way for you, who can review it and give you some comments. So we try to make non-formal education more visible, and also to give you a chance to understand how it works and how to make it engaging and interesting for participants, but also for you to understand what is a good workshop is. So how we can help you on the national and local level, because I know that you have your training event, so we can be very helpful there. So you can request a trainer if you want to organize an event within your local section. If you want to organize training days, or if you want to have an online workshop, you can reach out to us and ask, do you have a trainer who could give us a workshop, for example, on teamwork, or on team building, or on effective communication. And then we can offer you a trainer who will either come to your city or do this online, and then you can collaborate with them more. The same is for the national training event. You can also request them from us, and for instance, if you want to have an international trainer, then we have a lot to offer. As I said, you can request the feedback for TSO or agenda as well. For example, if you do your training event and you completed the agenda but you're not sure if you include everything or not, then you can also ask us to check it, and then we'll give you feedback on that. And you can also request the support for the national pool of trainers. I'm not sure if Austria has a national pool of trainers. So, in case you want to build a national pool of trainers, you can also reach out to us, and we can help you with that.
And by offering all of that, we try to help NOs and also sections and trainings in their work, regardless of their experience, by also giving them a new perspective. And also to give you a chance to learn how it is to be a facilitator. Do you want to say this? Okay, can you stay here?
When it comes to the different. So I want to briefly talk about ESN Educate community. We will also share how you can join ESN Educate community, but before that we want to introduce you what we are doing. So as I shared that this is an international pool of trainers, and currently we have 78 members, and you can see the distribution of ESN countries. For ESN Austria, we currently have 4 active members. Of course, that this doesn't mean that you don't have anyone who have attended Educate programs, but this is the current active members inside the community, and you can see the distribution. So yes, I think the most important thing about the community is that we have a very special bond. I know that there are so many newbies in this event, but for those who have attended other international events, maybe you have heard people running and hugging each other, oh, educate, and so on. This is because of the special bond that we share with each other, because the educate events are quite sentimental in a sense that we are not only learning non-formal education, but we are also creating a bond between each other. So in that sense, this is a very special community inside ESN. And we are sharing the same passion all together, which is non-formal education. And you can see some pictures here. And you will probably, if you have the chance, go to international events, you will probably now see and realize that there are educators all around, and they are always searching for each other. For example, me and Katrin, we are always trying to find each other in events and so on. So this is a very special connection between the members.
So, how to join ESN Educate? You don't have, basically, ESN Educate has events as well, but I removed the slide because the events have passed already. But we offer Educate Starter. This is a 1-week event where you go to the middle of nowhere, and you stay there for a week with 40 other people, and you create a very bonding experience, and you learn what non-formal education is. And this gives you also later on a certificate, so you kind of are eligible to show that I'm now a facilitator, or I have completed the course for that, the training for that. Or we have another one, which is facilitation crash course. So starter just finishing today, and it's happening in Krakow right now. And I think there was someone from Austria actually, so maybe you can ask them when they're back how it was for them. And facilitation crash course is happening also right now. It's a basic course on non-formal education where we have 20 people, and every week they have a new chapter learning about facilitation, training, how to design a session, how to give feedback, how to debrief, and etc. Which I think the course in then is going to last like 2 months. And they also have the discussion calls and everything what you need to know for the first steps. Yeah, but in case, well, now they passed, but in case you still want to join us, you totally can do that. So we introduced, finally, the new endorsement process, which means that there is a document, which is more info QR code, where you can read on what you need to have, which kind of experience, how many sessions you should deliver, how many feedbacks you need to have in order to apply to become an Educate member. And then when there's an open call for the community, then you can submit that, then we'll have evaluation, and then you either get inside the community or not. Pretty simple. But also the deadline for that has already passed. So we'll need to wait for, I think, maybe next year, not sure. This depends on next year. Yes. So then, when you check that, you can assess if you're eligible to apply or not. You wait into the open call, and then you wait for evaluation. There is also a competence checklist, which helps understanding which qualities or what kind of skills I need to have on different levels in order to help myself realize where am I at. And there is a competence checklist and also a curriculum in case you want to check that out.
yeah, and if you have any questions or you want to ask us anything, we also have Q&A after now. But you can also scan the QR code and it will lead you to the wiki page, and there you can read more information about this and educate and everything what we do in our events too. Thank you.
Do we expect any questions?
Okay, wait a second. Let's close the power.
There's a button.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Is it open?
Yeah.
Justo says, who is that in question?
You talked about
requesting a trainer that's possible and they will come to you. Are there any costs, or how is it about the travel costs, or are there any special funds for that?
So it depends on the event that you organize, because we do not really give, okay, now you need to pay for the trainer or you need to necessarily cover the travel costs. It mainly depends on what the budget allows for this event. If it's online, clearly you don't need to bear no costs. If it's offline and you need to go, like for example, I went last year to Czech Republic for the training event, and now I'm going to Slovakia as well. And this is right after you are made by the and this means that they tell what the requirements are, and then the trainer says, okay, I'm okay with this, or I'm not okay with this.
Oliver is in Germany. How often are events like Kickstarter or those facilitation crash courses?
So we mainly have 3 ESN Educate events. Starter happens every year, like hopefully if nothing goes wrong. And the current year, this one is happening, it's the last day, that's happening in Poland. And going forward, it's organized once in 2 years. This year we were expecting to have one, but seems like unfortunately we won't be able to have it, because it mainly depends on the grant that ESN International will have to take. And this year it doesn't really seem like it will happen. For the next year, we are not really sure right now, but just know that it's usually organized once in 2 years. For FCC, this year it's also organized, and we just started, I think, the 2nd week of the course, right, or the 3rd. So it's also organized every year if nothing goes wrong again. So if you're interested in this, you can keep an eye on your emails, I think, for around November, December this year, so that you can attend the next year's edition, Starter and FCC.
No, so basically it's once a year. So one event per mandate.
Tiffany is in Austria. My question is, in Austria we don't have a national pool of trainers or something official like that, but we do have a training community. I want to ask what actually is meant by a national pool of trainers, and how is it usually set up? Is it just educators or just also experienced facilitators and stuff?
So national pool of trainers, I'm not sure how exactly the community setup works. the national pool of trainers depends also from country to country. I can give you an example of Germany, but then, for example, now we got a request from Poland, so I don't know how it's going to work for them. In Germany, we have a pool of trainers, so you have at least, or like an Excel with an overview on every trainer that is in the country, and then they have each of them has a training log. This is another Excel sheet where you put all the experiences and all the workshops that you delivered, so you can keep a track on them. And then when you need to do, for example, a training event, then you can directly reach out to the pool of trainers and request someone from there. Or if, I don't know, if you need the workshop holder for NNA, then you also request from the pool of trainers. However, I believe that it would depend also from country to country on what you're trying to achieve.
Because when I was doing my national board mandate last year, we requested to set up this pool of trainers in ESN Turkey. So we requested it from ESN Educate team, and we had a call with Anya and Andrea, the program coordinator, and they shared the whole steps because it's basically not a single process, but it will take so much time. And since even then we had to call last year, we still couldn't set up, so it takes quite a lot of time. In case if you're interested, I would suggest NB to reach out to the ESN Educate team, and then they will explain further details depending on the situation for everyone.
Before we go to the last question, I propose to close the speakers list. Any objections? Great.
Hi, Sasha, ESN Recovery. What does a trainer actually do? Meaning at an event, like specific actions. For example, there's a 2-hour event. What does a trainer do in those 2 hours?
Okay, so this would depend on the event as well and the format, but let's say if you have a trainer that needs to hold a workshop, it means that the trainer prepares the workshop. Well, you do needs assessment to understand what topic you want to deliver for your audience, what's most important for them, and the trainer designs the session, prepares all the materials, and delivers the session, and afterwards either he gets a feedback or provides a feedback, and etc. However, if you talk about bigger events, for example, I was a trainer at TED, and we were doing like content team. We did the whole agenda, we did the needs assessment, we did the agenda, we chose the workshop holders, we were in contact with workshop holders, we were preparing materials, we were preparing TSOs, and we were also delivering. And then we also assessed the feedback, and then we also had to forward the feedback to the OC and to the responsible organization. Does this answer your question?
30 seconds.
And I would just like to add what needs assessment also means. For example, as in the NA, that's when you register, that questions you answer when you're registering. That's, for example, the needs assessment. Or for example, the section reports. When the sections put there what they want to have addressed during the NA, that's a needs assessment. So that's very good topics that the trainer should prepare. Just as an example.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Okay, great. Then we come to the very important point, which is the vote. So I will kindly ask all the vote delegates to actually sit in front as much as you can, so that it's easier for us to count your votes. So maybe like the first 2 rows if possible. Also, the delegates make sure that you have access to your internet. However, you're planning to vote on your laptop, on the phone. And I would kindly ask the rest to please still keep quiet and silent because it's a very important block and we don't want to, what's the word? I forgot. Disturb. Okay, so how's it going to work now? We're going to explain to you the rules of
of the voting, and then we're going to do the tasked voting. So you will need to ensure that you receive the link, that you can vote, and you'll have a test question. Then once we ensure that everything works, we're going to proceed with the voting result. So, the voting rules. We have two types of voting at the Senate. We have public voting and we have secret voting. What does it mean? Public voting is where you use your voting devices and you need to raise them depending on the answer you're going to vote for. Secret voting is something which we're going to do through the election monitor, and this is where you will receive an email, and this is where you go in and then you vote. You're going to know the results of the public voting right away, because it's public, and secret voting after the workshops and coffee break, basically at the end of the day. All the votings are simple majority. It means that it's half of the quorum plus one, so you have 14 sections, you're all here. It means that in order for the question, or like for the candidate to pass or for the amendment to pass, we should have at least 8 yes. Because abstains are not counted. If there is a tie, because we have actually generally, if there is a tie, there will be the second round of voting. And we're going to vote as long until it's not a tie anymore. Yes. Any questions? Is everything clear for vote delegates? Are we ready for the test? Yeah, you can send it now. So once you receive an email, please do like a thumbs up or something so that we understand that each of you received. Especially those that have 2 vote delegates.
Because if there is anything that we need to do to change as well, we're voting. Is it sent?
Should be.
Okay, it should be sent now, so maybe wait 1 minute.
It's right.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, put the thumbs up.
Maybe some.
I don't have, I have this, like,
Maybe 2 thumbs up would be good.
yes.
It's okay, you can know where it is.
No, I also said it.
Okay, good.
Which email did you use for Salzburg?
The one
For Salzburg?
after Salzburg.
Because I updated it.
Yeah, then we'll update.
Because it was a personal email in there, no?
Yeah, I guess because it was not updated, because it did not come to us yesterday, that's why they put a different email address. So it's on your president.
Yeah, no, because of these, I don't have access to it on my phone, but on my computer.
Yeah. Can you update it?
So for the rest, you managed to vote and everything worked out.
The president email for Salzburg.
Yes, because I updated today in the morning. Should be the Gmail.
Okay.
Yes?
Well, yeah. check, but I can't remember. Can you check now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then we can proceed with public voting. Dear vote delegates, we're going to have a couple of questions. I will ask now everyone to be quiet and do not talk to each other. So the first question is to the amendment of the minutes. If you approve the amendment that G-Team presented yesterday. So do you approve amendment to the minutes of the NA Vienna, November 2025? If yes, please raise your voting devices now. Can you hold them properly so that you should vote? Okay, just to check no and abstain. So the amendment is approved. Okay, now you voted for the amendment, now you need to vote for the minutes, which are amended of the NAV. So do you approve the amendment minutes of NA Vienna, November 2025? If yes, raise your voting device now. If no, please raise your voting device and abstain.
5.
So the minutes are approved. Next question is, do you approve the proposed amendment to the budget 25-26 that Fabian presented yesterday? If yes, raise your voting device now. Okay. Then the proposed amendment is approved. The next question, do you approve the proposed budget for the mandate 2026-2027 that Fabian also presented yesterday? If yes, please raise your voting device. Wonderful, the budget is approved. And the last question for the public voting is related to the next NA in Vienna. And now you're going to decide if you see each other in Vienna or not. Do you approve the proposed concept for the NA Vienna 2026? If yes, please raise your voting device. If you choose no, please raise your voting device.
2.
Thank you, and abstain. Yes. Which means that you do see each other in Vienna in July. Congratulations to the OC. Thank you so much for coming to the secret vote part. So, you are going to receive a link with all the questions. I'm going to go for the questions that you're going to vote on, so that's also visible for everyone. So you're going to have the questions in the following format. We'll do like the Secretary General, you have 2 candidates, none of the above or abstain. We'll do like the Certification Manager, the candidate, none of the above or abstain. Treasurer, the same. Candidate, Madeleine abstain. Then you vote on the audit board. If you elect the first candidate to become a member of the audit board, yes, no, or abstain. Then the second applicant, yes, no, or abstain. And then because the second applicant also applied for the main audit, you will vote also on the main audit. If you accept or if you approve the candidate to be a part of to be the main audit. Then you vote on the transfer membership, yes, no, or abstain. Do you approve the project fund which was presented yesterday? Yes, no, or abstain. And this is what I meant, that you also need to elect the candidate, not just for the member of the audit board, but also for the main audit position. Is it clear? Okay.
Did you still leave?
No. I
Okay, you should receive the link now.
Did you send two links for you to have the certificate? Yes?
Good. Also, once you're done voting, you can also raise your thumb. Can I please ask the silence, National Board? Please. Who else is voting? Who is still voting? Okay, everyone voted? Very efficient? Not that. Thank you so much. So while you're going to the coffee break and the workshops, we're going to look for the results, and then once you're going to be back in the workshops, we're going to present these results. And now you're going to have a coffee break. Before you stand up, thanks to both delegates for submitting your votes. You're going to have a coffee break, and then right after you're going to have workshops. So it's going to work the same as yesterday. If you want to switch a workshop, please go to the workshop holders. Can I ask the workshop holders to stand up? Yes. So, Susie? You both are Susie. So Susie is going to give a workshop on the best practices about recruiting and team building. And international Susie is going to give a workshop on introduction to Sun International. So you have in the Parallel Workshop tab the distribution. If you want to switch, come to them and ask if they have a spot. So you will have the coffee break for 25 minutes, and it means that you're going, actually for 20 minutes, and and the workshops will start at 10:50. Workshop about ESN International will be in the room 19, and workshop about recruiting and team building will be in the room 18. I will also put it in the group. Please don't delay the workshops, and you need to be back at 11:50 to this room. Sharp. Thank you. So please take your seats. Please take your seats. Okay, we're almost finished with the day, but I need both delegates. But we need both delegates because we have an agenda change proposal. So there was a proposal from the MV to include ESN awards session, presentation, giving out awards now for 10 minutes. And you need to vote on that if you agree or not. Okay. So, do you approve adding into the agenda ESN awards session? If yes, please raise your voting device. Yes, and find your voting device as well. Please keep it up. Okay, great. Then we proceed with ESN awards. I would like to ask just a time to come to the front. Please keep the room silent.
So this time we wanted to give something to the section to recognize your work in very different things within ESN. So we have several categories, and we will be introducing what each category is and announcing the winner. So please, when we call the section, just have one person come pick up the prize. So the first category that we have is Event Masters, and this is for the section that organize the biggest number of events through the year, from smaller events like Language Cafe to also weekend trips, and the section that gets this prize is ESN. Then the next award is Social Media Star, and this is for the section that has one of the most active and polished social media feeds. And they're really creative with what they post, and this award is for ESN Central
Good job. Thank you for that.
So some sections are strong because of their size, but there are some small sections that put a lot of effort and work into what they're doing. So the award of small but mighty goes to ESN Frankfurt.
Congratulations, here it is. Small but mighty.
The Social Hero Award goes to the section that organized the most impactful event of the year, which is ESN Akademi BKB. The award of Merge Magicians goes to the section with the most creative and best designed merch, ESN Salzburg. Yeah, so the next award is Sport Erasmus, and it's for the section that organized the most sports-related events, mostly because of the nice location that they have for outdoors activities.
I wonder.
And the winning section is used in Innsbruck.
So unexpected.
Oh my God! Really? The sport thing?
So the next award is for a section that organizes the most original party regularly, which is kind of like a signature party at this point. And this is ESN Body Network for the Trump Party. And the award is for Life to the Party. The next category is actually for a section that has been not so active in the past, but they're starting to pick up again. And this is ESN Leads. The word is already started. The next award goes to the section with the most team building events organized. The award is called Team Spirit, and it goes to BF9. So we have two more. The next one goes to the section with the most culture-related events. The award is called Culture Star, and it goes to ESN Grants. Together for the two grant sections.
Oh wait. There's one more.
And now the last one is called Collaborate, and it's mostly because we wanted to award the organizing sections, so ESN Salzburg, ESN Innsbruck, and ESN Linz, because it's the first time in a while that actually sections from different cities are actually organizing their name. So we think that it's really nice, so we wanted to also give you a reward for the three sections. Okay, so that was all from our side. So I hope you enjoyed, because we really wanted to do something back. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on the sections. Really great. Keep it up. AB? AB? Okay, before we present you the voting results, we still have one last presentation, one last possible Q&A on a very, very important topic, which is education and focus in ESN.
Hello everybody, I'm Laura, if you don't know me. I'm the education officer at the moment. Apparently my name was mentioned yesterday at the budget presentation. So yeah, but education is more than getting random money from random organizations. So I want to give you a quick introduction of what is happening, mostly on international level, but what is also impacting all of us, of course. So, in November 2025, the UK and the EU agreed on a new Erasmus Plus program, and they're back integrating the UK into the program. So what does it mean for us? Okay, what happened to the presentation? There are like random lines.
I tried. It's good. It looks good.
So what does it mean for us? Of course, there will be new opportunities for us to go to exchange to the UK and for UK people to come to Europe. And there will be also more possibilities to have new innovative programs. And the UK is also discussing with the EU a new mobility scheme, which makes it easier for us then to work and to move and to travel freely to the UK. The next one is the European Degree Forum, which happened in Florence, also in November, I think. And a lot of stakeholders came together to discuss the future of European Degree and ESN was also part of it. The main goal is to create a degree that involves different universities from different countries all over Europe, and to meet common high quality standards with this degree, to meet common like skills recognition, for example, for students. And they're trying to bring it on the way, and ESN is there to also bring the students' perspective into this process. So what we did is to do a workshop there together with the University of Barcelona, and it was about inclusion and accessibility, which is very important for us because ESN stands for mobility for all, and that has to be included into this program. The next one is the joint statement on the Erasmus Plus proposal. every, I think, 7 years, the European Commission is giving out a new framework for the Erasmus program, so there is some space to change stuff and to bring new perspectives inside the program. And they gave out kind of a draft, so ESM went through it, and together with a lot of organizations, they are proposing changes to this framework. The biggest one is to increase the budget, which is also referring to mobility for all. Mobility should not be there only for the rich and the people who can actually afford it. It should be for everybody. So we want to raise the budget to 60 billion euros, which seems a lot, of course, but it's very needed. And what I've heard so far, it's in a good way that we can bring that through. And of course, there's the statement is long, you can read through it, there are a lot of other points, but that's the most important thing. The next thing I want to bring to you is the International Committee for Education, because it can be also really important for you at local level. I think it always seems super far away. You don't know what they're actually doing, you don't care. But they're representing us on the international level, and they want ESM to be a highly recognized organization when it comes to mobility, not on local or national level, but on European and global level. But for you, they're offering a lot of workshops. Maybe if you have Slack, I don't know, anyone has that. There might be a channel, announcement channels where we're posting opportunities like that. These workshops are for free. They're online. You can just participate and get to know new knowledge. I've also heard yesterday in the workshop that the announcement channel is there by default, so you cannot miss it. Check it out. And another very important stuff to end it is advocacy work of other NOs. I have 2 examples here, one of what we already heard. First is in Portugal, they had the presidential elections recently, and a lot of outgoing students from Portugal were not able to vote because they were on Erasmus to that time, and there were not enough embassies, consulates where they can give their vote. So ESM Portugal is collecting this data and giving it to the politicians, say, what the hell, we cannot vote just regarding Erasmus. And the second one is ESM Turkey, we already heard it, and that there are a lot of barriers with mobility when you're not the EU. And so they're doing surveys, they're also collecting data that they can give to stakeholders, to the politicians, and say, we need some easier access to visas, so it's mobility for all again. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that from now on, if you see any kind of survey or whatever, you will do it, because that's the way you can make your voice heard.
There is also Q&A prepared. Does anyone have any questions that you'd like to ask? Great, then thank you so much for the presentation. And we can move on to the next part, which is the voting results. So we're going to go again with the public votes that you just over, so that you see all the statistics, and then we will go to the secret vote. So, for the public votes, first voted on if you approve that amendment to the minutes of the AGM of November 2025. The result 14 votes yes, so the amendment was approved. And this is why you voted on the minutes. If you approve, then now the amended minutes. And you voted 9 for yes, no 0, and abstained 5, which means the minutes are approved. Then we have the proposal amendment for the budget, 14 votes for yes, so the amendment was approved. The same with the budget, thank you, Papa, for your work. And then the proposal for the NAVN 2026, 9 votes for yes, 2 for no, and 3 abstain, which means that yes, next time we see each other is in Vienna. And now we will go on to the secret voting results. So we will go from the position to the position. The first question that we had was, who do you elect as Secretary General of the National Board for the mandate 26-27? Anna, Hannah, Nandabak, or abstain? So we have Anna with 7 votes, 50%, Hannah with 43% and 6 votes, and about 7% 1 vote, which makes Anna.
No. That's one.
We consulted the AB, and based on procedures of this in Austria, we need to have a simple majority, so without 1, which makes Anna be elected as Secretary General of the National Board. May I ask Anna to come from, because you still need to accept the vote. Do you accept the vote?
Yes, thank you for your trust.
Okay, I think I was.
The next was the question of the communication manager. So who do you elect as communication manager for the National Board for the mandate 26-27? Bruce, none of the above, or abstain? Do you accept the vote?
Yes, thank you. Thank you also for your trust.
As the next we have treasurer. Who do you vote, who do you elect as treasurer of the National Board for the mandate 26-27? Victoria, none of the above, or abstain? 93%. 30 votes yes, 7% of the above, so Victoria is elected as treasurer. Is she in there? Okay, we were trying to reach because she gave a long presentation. So for now, she did not accept the vote, but we hope she will to have a treasurer.
So can we go to the next one?
Okay. The next question was, do you elect Alice as a member of the audit board for the mandate 26-27? Yes, no, or abstain? Yes. 93% yes. No, 1 vote. Do you want to do you accept the vote?
Yes, thank you.
The next was Xenia. Do you elect Xenia as a member of the audit board for the mandate 26-27? Yes, no, or abstain? 100% yes. And Xenia is right there. She's right there.
She's in the Google Meet. You can, she can hear you. Peter will unmute her, and then you can ask her the question.
So, Xenia, can you hear us? Can you try to say something? Wait a second. Can you try
I will
to...
get Xenia though on the screen.
Xenia, can you say something again?
I think audio is fine.
Can you hear us? But we can't see her.
Does it work?
Can you just move to the Google Meet?
Does it work that you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Xenia. So you were elected as the member of the audit board, and now you need to answer the important question. Do you accept the vote?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations. That's it. Thank you for joining. Alright, the next one was, do you approve the transfer of membership of ESN Klagenfurt according to paragraph 10 of the Statutes of ESN Austria, etc.? You had the answers yes, no, or abstain. And the result is 93%, 13 votes for yes, and 1 vote, 10% for no, which means you approve the transfer. The next was, do you approve the project fund application by Fund 4? Yes, no, abstain. 71%, 10 votes for yes, 29% 4 votes for no, and 0 for abstain. So yes, you approve the project fund application. Congratulations. But now you also had to elect Alice as the main auditor. I need you for. Sorry. So do you elect Alice as the main auditor of the audit board for the mandate 26-27? Yes, no, abstain. 100% yes. Do you accept the order of being the main auditor? Yes, thank you. Did we read the treasure? Okay, I just need one clarification for the next person.
Okay. Yes? Okay.
Okay, good. Then, here is the current situation of our national board for 26-27 based on the latest voting that I just performed. So we have vacancy for presidency and vice president. We have hopefully Victoria when she gets back to us. Communication manager Bruce, secretary general Anna, and national manager, event manager Vacant. So I'll ask Anna and Bruce to come.
Yes, please.
And you can give a round of applause to the We wish you a fruitful mandate, yes? I wish you a fruitful mandate.
I mean, as you can see, guys, and that's really important to me, I mean, you can still see 3 vacant positions. Of course, first and foremost, again, thank you for trusting us, 3 of us. Of course, I can also speak for herself. She wants it a second, but I just want to advocate in your section, maybe again, go for, asking around if anybody's interested, just because these are still vacant positions, and it's also not only our problem for there to be less positions and more work, but also in a way for you, because then we are not able to do our job at the best. And I would also like to do a communication manager job only at its fullest potential. But yes, that's just all I want to say. Again, thank you very much. And
yes, thank you very much. Yes, I think I would say that kind of an era comes to an end now, because a lot of us only know the national board as it was for the past years, I would say. So obviously, for your support and for the work that you put in, and I hope that we can be fruitful successes, I would say.
We are coming to the very end of this NA, once our team is in Salzburg, and it's time for the appreciation round.
I would propose that we do it in a way that if you want to say something, you raise your hand and we give you a mic. Yes. And try to keep it concise and short. That would be lovely. Oh, you will give the mic, right? Thank you. Yes.
Can you turn on the mic?
Which one?
That mic.
But it's
The
not.
second.
Is it
You
red?
don't need to press anything.
Ah, okay.
Does it work?
Then we have only one.
All right. Yeah. Sophia of ESN Salzburg. Yeah. I have a few things. I have a little bit too much to say. I will try my best to narrow it down to just a few sentences. But this weekend has been definitely one for the books. Like, I am just amazed how people from 3 different sections volunteered, completely volunteered to help out, to pull off the National Assembly, let alone put all the effort in creating the graphics, doing the struggle guides, and making sure everything's working smoothly. And also, my absolute biggest thank you to our main OC Pandora over here. Seriously, if it wasn't for Pandora, my lovely assistant, VP of ESN Salzburg, and our main OC, I highly doubt that we would have pulled it off as the way it is. Thank you again for organizing this venue, for taking care of everything, and for pulling it all off. That's why you more than just deserve these rewards that we were supposed to be taking home now.
Can I ask the OC to actually come in front?
I'm Sasha, BKW. First of all, thank you so much, OC team, everybody who organized this. I know that this must have been one of the most stressful times of your lives, or your year, or I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much. This is amazing. Thank you. But also, big thanks to me personally, to everyone that I met and talked to this weekend. This just makes me love ESN even more, and just, the spirit of it all is just so palpable. It's amazing. Thank you, everybody. Everyone is so nice and interesting, and everyone is such a bright personality. Wow. Thank you all.
I really want to also appreciate the effort that you all, the OC, have put into this. This is going to be probably very redundant, repeating the same thing, but I am really genuinely generous for the help and support that also Pandora gave me to get here. I am very happy to have met you all and come from the still very freezing north. And I really have to say that what they did was absolutely amazing, and I have seen a lot of NAs so far, and this has to be my favorite so far. So I have to say that they have done a really good job. And I really hope you also appreciate what they did, because the background work behind one of the NAs is crazy amounts of work, and they did an excellent job, even though they were under a lot of stress most of the time. You probably can relate to that, but we organize a lot of events, and I think that we should also be understanding how much this works. And sometimes there are difficult things that happen, that come in between, but they have solved every single one of them with great proficiency, so I think we can give them a huge round of applause. And I would also like to say thank you to Pandora specifically, because she's really helped me to get here. And also
crazy because I cannot even imagine doing this as our section. It's crazy the amount of work that you put in. It's so amazing. Thank you so much. And a big, big thank you for the National Assembly. This was a very emotional day for me personally. The past few months have been so difficult for all of us, and I'm trying so hard not to cry. Thank you so much for helping us, and this meeting was just a beacon for me to realize that everything that I did for the past few months is not for nothing. Thank you so much, and thank you to Josie for this event.
I would like to thank the Special National Award for the hard work that they put for every presentation, and me as an international guest, I felt like a part of your network for a few days, and it's always a huge pleasure for me to join you, and I just feel like I am a part of this in Austria, so thank you to everyone.
Sorry, me again. Sasha, quick away. The workshops were so cool. Thank you so much. Me, as someone with a very short attention span, I was so like also the one now about the international, amazing. You were so good. All the other ones as well, so good, so interesting. And also Fabian, thank you. You made like finance stuff sound interesting.
Yes, I would say thank you for Josie and especially for Nora for organizing such a fun event and also being very approachable and nice to talk to, which if you are under stress it's difficult I think, but you always try your best, all of you. And then yes, I also would say thank you for the workshops, even though I didn't attend the ones on Friday, the ones that I attended were very interesting. And yes, also especially Fabian, that's I think even though I already used Slack, it's good that more people will hopefully use it now to its full potential, and we all learned something. And yes, also thank you to everyone who came. It's always so nice to see people who you only see at DNAs, for example, and see how big our network in Austria actually is.
Hello, I'm Marianne Onini. I would also like to thank everyone, the chairing team too, the OC, yeah, especially Pandora and Sophia, and Innsbruck for sure too, and also the participants. I also like their workshops. I like the mix between the presentations and the workshop. And thanks a lot to the National Board. We will miss you, as Anna has already mentioned. An era goes to end, and I'm looking forward to the new board members.
All right.
Thank you that you are here and talking with the NA. And I didn't get my thoughts together, so maybe I should have. But I thank you for the whole weekend. I really didn't even know that it's possible to do in Salzburg. And it was sometimes hard, but I have a really good OC team. And for sure, Bruce was always pushing with the communication material, things and everything. And also thank you for the AMB that in every question you were there and answered me. And I really love you guys. And also thank you for all the participants to join. Also the international guests. The workshops were also useful. I'm finally understanding Slack. So yeah, that's
first, I was.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, again, I also wanted to say like a huge thank you for all of the participants that we have sitting here today. It was a pleasure to see long-time familiar faces again, and also a huge thank you to the chairing team for leading this event. You did a great job, and also a big thank you to the national board, all of you for helping, for answering the questions, being there for us to clarify all the insecurities that we had. I mean, if we didn't have you, we also would have struggled for sure. We're definitely gonna miss this board here, at least I am, because it's gonna be a bit weird not having Fabian to him when you have any questions about the budget, or a fun president in Chikin, and of course Jess and Dagmar. It was also a pleasure to have to be working with you on this event. Thanks again.
Again, for the whole OC, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, charity. Thank you, everyone who patted us on the back, gave us quick thank yous throughout the day. It goes so long. Thank you, Andy, for everything. Thank you, Fabian and Jitin, for the Slack workshop. Thank you for making finances look cool. Thank you for coming here, international guests. You are amazing. Thank you, everyone who this was their first NA. And thank you, and I couldn't have said it better, for making us also feel part of the network. I am so proud of this network in Austria. Thank you so much.
So first of all, thank you. Second of all, I would like to thank participants first. You were, for your understanding if things were a bit sometimes fuzzy, but you were a great asset also to this event. Thank you very much for your great support from the stands. Then I would like to appreciate also the hard work with the OCs. We are preparing very long for this event, and it took some time, but from each perspective, we managed. Of course, I need to thank to my amazing chairing team with because without you, I wouldn't even be here. And I actually remember usually your names. Thank you so much. Of course, the appreciation goes also to the NB, as I am part also of the national level. So thank you, Jess, for being here for the year as I directly report to you. Thank you, Dagmar, Fabian, and as well Jitin for all the support, for others sharing team, and also me personally.
Thank you so much for having us, inviting us, and giving us the chance to become the CT for this event. Salzburg has been always a very special place for me, because I wasn't already here just for representing Turkey as an international, but I was also representing all the Erasmus students who were lucky enough to do their Erasmus exchange in Austria. And I wanted to say that you should be really proud of yourself for all the work that you have been doing, because your work should be also seen by all the people who are coming, and their lives are changing because of the work that you are doing. My life has been changed after I came here to do my Erasmus, so I just wanted to highlight the importance of appreciating yourselves as well. But other than that, I also want to thank everyone who were involved in organizing all this event, the OC, the LOB, the OC, and all the participants. I know that it's not easy to come here to listen to all the plenaries, so it's also something should be seen by everyone as well. And I also want to congratulate MB for finishing their mandate successfully. Also on that side, I know that there has been probably so many times where it felt, hard or challenging, but you did it, and you should also be proud of yourself as well. I don't know how many times I said this, but so I'm also very grateful to be experiencing this opportunity with my city members, Peter and Catherine. So yeah, thank you so much everyone, and yeah, all the best to everyone.
So, I would also like to say something, apart from the beautiful words that Peter has said. First of all, I want to thank you for trusting in me, because you're selecting and choosing the main chair out of 4 candidates. And I was very grateful to you when I saw the result. So thank you for putting trust into me and trust into these 2 beautiful people. I could not imagine a better city to chair it with. And we had a lot of great time together, and I'm super thankful to everything that you've done so far. I would like to thank MB for being always, I know you guys. I've known you for a while already, and thank you so much for being so accommodating, approachable, and answering all the questions that I had, especially Justine, for all the questions that I asked you about. Congratulations for finishing the mandate and finishing this chapter, and I hope that you have something really great, exciting, and waiting for you after this. Congratulations to the new elected new elected board. I wish you a fruitful journey for this mandate, and also whatever happens, you have great people who can always contact. You have these beautiful people who will always support you and answer, I think, every question you have. Thanks to the participants for keeping the agenda on time, for being so understanding and also flexible. I hope you had a great time in Salzburg, and I hope you will also see each other in Vienna. Thanks to the OC for being very approachable and also answering questions at any time of the day or night, especially Pandora. You did a great job in a very beautiful city, and I hope that you will have a very good rest afterwards. Please recognize the effort that you put, and also for solving everything that might have not gone the way you planned, but you were still very, very flexible and very transparent in what and how. And yeah, thank you so much, and I wish you a great journey ahead, and as Peter said, recognize the effort that you're putting into the network and what you're doing, because without you, Yes in Austria is not Yes in Austria. So, if nobody else out of the participants, OC, wants to say anything, it's time for the National Board to give some appreciation as well. If you want. Would you like to say something? No. Okay, then bye.
No.
We are coming to the closing.
Yes, we have our appreciation in the closing.
Okay, then we finish the appreciation. And
no.
Okay, and then before the official closure of the name,
no.
I would like the MB to come to the front.
Okay. We also wanted to say a few words since this is our last MA. I actually have a little speech prepared. I hope I can read through it without getting emotional. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who made this National Assembly possible, to the OC, of course, to the chairs, and to everyone working behind the scenes, and everyone who traveled here, who prepared sessions, and who engaged in discussions. This weekend doesn't just happen, it's built by people who care, so truly thank you. And then again, sorry for reading. I wanted to give you an appreciation speech, but usually after an ACE I'm so emotionally and physically drained that I had to prepare it before, otherwise I wouldn't be able to say some word. At this moment, this moment means too much to me to risk not being able to say anything. I joined ESN in February 2022 in my home section, ESN Technical. My motivation was simple. After 2 years of lockdowns and COVID, I never had the chance to go on Erasmus. So I wanted what in my mind was the second best thing to Erasmus, to volunteer and be part of Erasmus as much as I could. And I also wanted to party. 2 months after joining, I was elected as local board treasurer. From there, everything moved very, very fast. At the same time, it feels like it all passed in a blink. After 2 years in the local level, organizing events and trips, I realized I wanted more. The incomings seemed to get younger every semester while I didn't. So I looked for a new challenge. In January 2024, I joined the NB as the treasurer. In my motivation letter back then, I included a very simple sentence. I mainly wanted to bring one thing: stability. For this, you must know that there wasn't a treasurer before who stayed for a full mandate for quite some time. I didn't have some grand strategic vision, I just loved ESN. And I wanted to give back to the network that had already given me so much. At the national level, my motivation shifted. I wanted to grow, and I wanted to improve also my public speaking, which right now is not at the best level. I wanted to support the volunteers who work directly with incomings, the people who create the magic. And that's the beauty about ESN. There's space for everyone. Every skill set, every personality. You can organize trips, you can manage finances, you can do HR, IT, PR, partnerships. Everyone can make an impact in their own way. But beyond positions on meetings and budgets, there's one thing that matters the most, and that's the people. In ESN, you meet a lot of people. My advice to you is build friendships. There's one advice, do things where you don't only talk about ESN. Because when ESN ends, the friendships stay. Yes, and I also want to thank the people who I spent the time with in this mandate. Jitin, Sophie, Jess, Dagmar and Chantal. We not only grew together, we actually enjoyed spending time together. Also thank you for the coordinators who helped us achieve the work for the sections. Abdi, Hannah, Laura, Lena, Peter and Susie. Without you, we wouldn't be able to achieve anything. I also wanted to specifically thank Jitin and Jess. The three of us not only spent this mandate together, but also the last one. Jitin, I'm so proud of you how much you've grown into the role as president. Jitin is involved in almost everything that is going on in ESN Austria, and he's taking up all the work that nobody else picks up. I really have so much respect for the amount of work you put into this network, especially this mandate. There's a lot going on in the background that is not always visible to the sections. And Jess, we have been friends long before joining the ND, and I'm glad we've had this opportunity to enjoy being in the ND together. You're one of my best friends, and I hope it stays like this. And I wanted to say something to the new applicants. Thank you for stepping up. It takes courage to apply. It takes vulnerability to put yourself in front of this network. ESN needs people like you. People who care enough to take responsibility. I'm incredibly proud to pass this role on. To conclude, to every single person who was, is, and will be part of this network, you have impacted my life more than you probably realize. Thank you.
down. Cried already writing it, so I did time it and try to do it once. I had to take a break in between, but yeah. I wanted to thank everyone for coming to this NA. I'm really happy and thankful to share this bittersweet moment with all of you. 1 year ago exactly, after joining in my local level, Laura, that at the time was my president, forced me to go to the NA. I didn't want to go, and she told me, you have to go on boat. And I was like, boat on what? During the NA, I met so many amazing people that sparked in me a burn to want to be part of something bigger. And it showed me that there was a lot more. That weekend I remember talking with the current MB and the audit board. I'm falling in love right away with the national level. So for that I want to thank especially Alice, who told me, just do it. She told me, you can only fuck up, it's fine. Just do it. And I thought, you know what? It can only be really bad, so it's okay. So after some calls with GT, who took the time to convince me, as he was at the time, until today, current position, I decided to apply. And without a doubt, was one of the best decisions I've done in my life. Thanks to that decision, I had the possibility not only to work with these amazing people, but also to build a lifelong bond. Yeah, a lifelong bond that I hope that I never got Alzheimer's, because I really want to remember this forever. If something I learned from them was compassion, kindness, and what being a team really means. In the beginning, it was scary to join the three who were friends from before, had worked before together, and after our transition weekend, it was just like I had been in the past night with them. It was a challenging year. After the sudden loss of two important people in my life during my family, they carried me through the grieving process, showing me that light in bleak dark moments. So, after this happened, they helped me see some light in moments of darkness when I needed it most. They showed me compassion by giving me space to cry, to talk, and to grow. As for the official part of ESN, it was a rocky road with a lot of unexpected challenges in it. In the end, it always somehow seemed to bring us closer together. I also want to take the time to thank Sophie for being a part of the ME and bringing the light that characterizes her. I also want to thank all of the local presidents of sections who at times had to be really patient with me and my tight deadlines as I tried to navigate my personal life and figuring out my position. Also, of course, to all of the participants who joined me in my very first international event ever, being also the delegate leader, and at times a little bit of a tyrant. And also want to thank the ones who will be joining me in my last round as a delegation leader in the end. I want to end this message, this talk, with a message to the newbies that I'm really happy to see that there is a lot of them in this room. I hope that you all enjoyed your ESL adventure as much as I enjoyed mine, as it truly changed my life and brought me friends forever. So for that, I thank you all, and it was a hell of a ride.
I'm going to keep it very, very brief because I know that otherwise I'm going to cry. But first of all, I wanted to thank Hannah and Peter because it was really nice that I finally had coordinators because I was very lonely as the previous Monday. And I'm really thankful for your work. Also to Bruce because he actually jumped in to help also with communication stuff. And even though I'm really thankful for all of the board members, especially Fabian and Giti, because, I mean, especially Fabian. Let me continue, please. Especially Fabian, because we have, like, kind of the first time that we applied for a board position, it was kind of the two of us together with Pia, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't like a group decision. And that was also kind of motivation to apply at the same time with GT as well. So I'm really thankful for just for having you because you were always there for me whenever I needed to rant or whenever I needed to like cry, whatever. So I'm really thankful for both of you. And I'm gonna keep it there because otherwise I'll cry.
Yes, now it's my turn. I'm not as prepared as Fabian and Emma, because he's more organized. So first of all, I'll just start with the appreciation and thank you. For this NA, with the last NA of it, like, yes, the mandate is coming to an end. It hasn't finished. There's still 2 months left, but on that note, finishing with this NA, not literally, figuratively, having an amazing OC join in and support us all the way down, and also being very reactive and being very responsible. So it's been quite a smooth ride, I have to say. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to see how all of your sections are coming together. Like as president. And then next to the city, very happy to see you again in Austria. Get to the Erasmus here. Katrin was already here before. Peter, you were here. And I'm also happy that you also have been strict with the ND at times, where you needed to be, tradition in Austria. But also showing flexibility to accommodate us. So thank you very much for that. Then moving on, also to the participants. This last NA is also, this is where we are leaving basically our work in the last physical format, like giving on the work that you could do. I have to just say, all of the work that has been done that's here, and everything that you see, and the things that you appreciate, and also the things that you don't appreciate or like you're complaining about, both of them are part of it. All of these are not just our work. It's work that you're like, we are standing on shoulders and giants. That's the sentence. There have been people before us, the NB before us, the AB, the national coordinators. There's so much work where we could start off with to keep on working. And well, this was one of our most important part for you participants, everybody who's here, to leave something that you can take on with them. And that's why I also want to really, really thank all of you to see how engaged you are with all of the discussions in the workshops, the section consultations, asking questions during the applications, when we are showing our reports and presentations. So a big thank you for being here and also showing us that we are not working for nobody, but we are working for people who actually who deserve it, who want it, who are bringing in what is needed, and showing the network that we are with and we are a community and what we're doing. So thank you very much for that. And now coming back onto the mandate itself on also a more personal note. Yes, I also myself started in 2022 in August with ESN after I came back from Erasmus. And the thing that motivated me at that point was I wanted to keep this international feeling that I came back. Many people do have the Erasmus depression when they come back. I managed not to have it too much with ESN. And then I was in my section getting involved. I'm very happy to be in the section where I am, Buddy Network. It's called Buddy Network. Brilliant ESN Buddy Network to UV. You have to be the city. But then I also realized the value of being part of a network, not only a section and a team. That's when I joined the first international event, which is in Vienna, and that was the community meetings in 2023. Yes, that's where I met a lot of people here with whom I'm working, with whom I'm very close, and that's also the point when, let's say, the journey of ESN started. That's where I met Fabian and Jess. Meeting them there led me here. I also have Alice sitting here. We also have Julian. I'm not with everybody. I'm like this. And that motivated me to engage in politics itself. So I started off position in Vienna, in more sections, wanting to meet more people. And that went on for a year, and then I saw at the first National Assembly I joined that they too applied, Pia applied, and Philip applied, people I met at the community meetings, and all of them were there as an MB. And I hadn't decided to go for MB or anything. I had an idea, but seeing them there up there, I was like, I have to go. I want to be part of this, and I want to contribute, and I think on all of that line, I think all of the decisions, none of them were. And that one mandate with you, the last mandate, I realized that there is so much you can jump in ESN. It's your choice. Like topics you want to pick up, the time you want to put in. It's your choice, and you decide how much you want. And I decided there's so much more to do, there's so much more you can do, and you're never going to finish it today. It's going to take more of you. Slowly. I decided to go for another mandate, and I think being for president was also not that was clearly in mind, but it came over time and it just happened. And that's where I also want to get back to the sections and the presidents. You put the trust in me. You saw something that you trusted, that I could lead the network, and I'm very happy for the opportunity that all of you gave me, the presidents who are not here, the section members, the local boards who are not here. I want to thank them especially, and also all of the section local boards and the presidents especially, who I have been working together with. Many things that you saw in this NA, that you like, the numbers and the details and the workshops, so many things come from you. I'm just collecting them and bringing them back to you. So thank you very much for trusting me and also guiding me, and also being strict with me. Like, I also make mistakes. That's part of it. I like the word failure to grow. Like, it's okay to make mistakes. And I want to try to be better. And you gave me this opportunity to take this challenge as a president and work. And so I'm going to again. Thank you for giving me this chance. It made me grow a lot, it made me learn a lot, and it's not just work, doing this stuff for ESN, I'm happy to have people around me, like hard to put on words. Like, there's emotions, putting them on words is hard, but working with all of you and bring. Circling back. I'm going to summarize. So this mandate, I've been working with Fabian, with Jess, with Dagmar, with Sophie, and also with Chantal, who is not here right now. I think you were the closest group, or I felt like the closest knit group here. I was not just, it wasn't working, it was just having fun, basically. you made this fun. I had my moments as well where I was completely low, losing my motivation, having a very, very hard time. And I was actually honestly at some point thinking about maybe I should step back and take myself out if that I'm feeling that I might not carry this myself, not because of ESN, but because of personal reasons. And I'm very, very happy and I'm grateful for having you, especially Fabian and Jess, because I think if you hadn't convinced me to stay, I wouldn't be here. And also Dagmar and Chantal and Sophie, you also have supported me so much to push through so many hurdles that were here that I could finish it. I'm so happy to be able to finish this mandate. And I'm so happy that you gave me support, the trust, everybody to work through this. This is not a one-person show in any regard. This is all of us here. So whatever we have achieved, all of us have achieved this. Each of us leaning on each other at points where we need each other. And I also have to, I want to get back to the AD as well, Alice, and also Mario, to prying eyes over the shoulders when you're working, that you can be sure that you're, well, you make mistakes, but they will catch you, but also being very supportive and also being friends as well. Even being friends, being critical, don't hold back. Thank you very much for that. And also, to the coordinators, the most I worked with was Laura, and now in the end, Luigi and Lena. There are so many topics, you cannot do all of them, and I'm very, very happy that I can rely on all of you. I'm very scared of talking to people, like, who are not easy. Not a good quality for a president. But Laura has supported a lot there. She has been the face, and she has been the one, she has been the one carrying a lot in that regard, I have to say. And Julie and Lena also, in the end, preparing for the ending of this. I'm here doing a lot of stuff because people around me, like Julie and Lena and Laura, and all of you are supporting and bringing all of this here. My weaknesses is very your strengths, very your good strengths. And I'm really happy about that, to be able to be feeling whole with all of you together. Yeah. I think it's blank, so how am I going to close this? I'm going to close this with the new MB. So, congratulations first to the new MB, Bruce, Anna, and Victoria, who are going to join. And, well, you're stepping into a mandate with 3 missing positions, but I'm pretty sure that you are going to manage this. You have a great network here, and you can rely on them, and I'm sure they can rely on you as well. And I just want to let you know that all of us here, we are here because we have the motivation to be here and we want to be here, but there's also a point where we have to step out on our side and give away, and we are always here to get contacted and give you whatever support we can give you. And all of the best of luck for the next mandate, and very much looking forward to all of the things that you're going to bring. Each mandate is different. It's you and your personality and your ideas that you're looking for. So good luck with that, and happy to be stepping out of this role. Like, it's going to be interim, but please try to find a president and a vice president and an event manager. But we will manage. So thank you very much for this. You were saying something? Okay. Yeah. Well, you can say something.
Before we close, I have a message from Kia. A very special appreciation to Jessie, Pavel, and Jitin. I'm very proud of you, and I'm looking forward to enjoy the ESN retirement together. Greetings from Germany, miss you, and can't wait to see you soon, and all the best wishes to you.
I feel like I've been sounding very dry. There are so many things you cannot put in words, and I cannot summarize, and I'm very bad at preparing this before, so I chose this, so I have to leave the consequences here as well. but for all people, we know. Good. We know. And we'll be around. So, thank you very much. That's, is it the closing of the day as well? Yeah, there are basically announcements and see. Okay, well,
That's a question.
Interesting that you have to close the NA if you don't have a table visit. Okay, well, with that, official closing. Thank you for joining in here, and well, we'll be around and talking to each other, and you have so many faces that you have not seen here. Dear people, dearest people. So get in touch with each other, and there's going to be more NAs and training events. So join all of them, show what you have shown here, and I can see is in Austria growing and happy for all the section and everything that's going on. There will be hard times. It's part of life. And also there will be So yeah, the point, there will be ups and downs, and there will be definitely downs. Don't get yourself demotivated. What? Don't let the downs hold you back. We have people around you, so go through this. But we have seen here, we are very confident about that there's a good history. So with that, I would like to leave this closest NA on the note. Keep up. And go on.
Again for the current board, for the OC, to yourself. But we still have some CT announcements and OC announcements, and there's, I think, the challenge, right? Or something. So before all that happens, I would kindly ask all delegates to bring back the voting devices so that we have them all. Also, before you leave, don't forget to take your sugar cubes. And we also have the lunch plans, right, OC? OC, the lunch.